everyone and welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we're gonna have a look at all the tools and technologies that you need to be familiar with to start your DevOps journey. Let's begin with version control. What is version control? Version control allows you to take the snapshot of your project. It allows multiple users to manage multiple revisions of the same unit of information. Git is one of the famous version control tool that you can learn. And we have github.com as the code hosting platform for collaboration and version control. Git records the changes that are made to the file. Familiarize yourself with various Git commands because this is one tool that you will require in your entire DevOps journey. So do learn Git. Topmost demanding cloud platforms are AWS, Azure, and GCP. You can start learning any one of them. And if you're already working in IT company, then you can try to learn the one that company prefers. In this way, it will be easy for you to gain practical knowledge. All of these cloud providers have similar concept. It's just the naming and interfaces are little different. Pick anyone and start learning. Next concept is DevOps automation with infrastructure as code. Infrastructure as code provides us a way to define our resources in a declarative manner and put them together in a single unit called as configuration files. Most of the cloud providers have their own infrastructure automation tools, like AWS has CloudFormation, GCP is having Google Deployment Manager as their tool, and finally, Azure is having Azure Resource Manager as their tool. Let's move on to the benefits. Speed. It allows us to set up a complete infrastructure by just running the scripts, and we can do it for any environment like development to prod to QA. Lower cost. It helps in lowering the cost of infrastructure management. We won't have to spend money on hardwares or even rent physical spaces to store them. The next is increase efficiency. You can deploy your infrastructure architecture in many stages, which makes the whole software development cycle efficient, raising the team's productivity. Then we have consistency. Manual processes result in mistakes. So, this tool helps us in solving this issue by allowing us to write the configuration files that can be deployed again and again without any discrepancy. Let us move on to the next concept, that is container. Containers are packages of softwares with all its dependencies and libraries together to run in any environment. Docker is the famous containerization tool. It helps us to build the code at the developer side and finally ship the code and run it in any environment. No matter it is development, QA, or prod, it will for sure run seamlessly in any environment. So start learning Docker tool. Kubernetes is popularly known as container orchestration tool. It manages the availability, scaling, and networking of the containers, monitoring the cluster, and managing the timing of container creation. Let us have a look at few Kubernetes fundamentals. Consider this rectangular space as Kubernetes cluster. So what are Kubernetes clusters? Clusters are considered to be a set of nodes that run containerized application. Each cluster will have at least one worker node. Nodes are machines. They can be physical, on-prem or virtual. A node can have multiple pods running in it. What are pods? Pods are the smallest unit of Kubernetes. We can run single container or multiple containers inside a pod. Each worker node will have multiple pods running. And if a container stops or dies inside a pod, it will automatically get restarted by itself. Getting started with Kubernetes. In order to learn Kubernetes, you should know basics of Dockers. Then only you'll be able to familiarize yourself with Kubernetes concepts. Then you can create your own single node cluster and start practicing. Start with creating clusters and pods. Let's move on to the other concept. Once we have our infrastructure provision, the next step is to make sure that everything is configured. So we can use various configuration tools for that, such as Ansible, SaltStack, Chef, Puppet, and many more. If you are a fresher and have never used this configuration management tools, then you can start with Ansible. I myself started with Ansible. CI/CD is the backbone of DevOps. Continuous integration and continuous deployment is a series of steps that must be performed in order to deliver a new version of software. It helps in improving the developer efficiency, faster software builds, easy to find bugs, and improved collaboration. There are various CI/CD tools available like Jenkins, GitHub Actions, Travis, Azure Pipelines. You can start with any of these tools. I started my DevOps journey with Jenkins, then I moved to Azure Pipelines, GitHub Actions, and many more. Pick any of this tool and start learning. Nowadays, IT companies are adapting more of proper data analytic and log management. If you're already working in IT companies or a fresher, you'll come across these tools for log management and data analytics. Grafana, Prometheus, Splunk, ELK Stack, these are all log managements and monitoring tools. Nowadays, Terraform is also in demand. Terraform is an open source infrastructure as code tool. It is developed by HashiCorp and it's easily integrated to CI/CD. And it supports multiple providers also. If you are a fresher or trying to change your domain to DevOps, Terraform is a good tool that you can start learning and it would provide you a good upgrade in your resume. Thank you for watching my video till the end. If you have any doubts, you can provide that in the comment section. Till then, see ya, bye. Have a nice day.